What's going on, guys? It's Modern, back with another episode of Road to the Top. Still using the same Yveltal and Groudon team I've been using for the past few episodes. Before I start looking for a battle, I just want to update you guys on a couple of things that have been happening recently. First of all, for my video schedule, obviously, like I said, I was planning on doing an episode every day or two. I'm looking towards working on that, and whether or not I have to maybe record an episode, like multiple episodes in one day, that'll just be sort of determined by my schedule. Right now, I'm pretty free. School's obviously over for me. Work, I have not been working as much as I want to, so I guess you could say I have more free time. But yeah, I'm going to be working towards putting out episodes every day or two, so hopefully you guys are okay with that. If you guys want me to upload more, obviously I'm fine with that too. I'll try my best. Also, for Seattle Regionals, I actually managed to get top 16. I'll be releasing a report on the team that I use for Seattle and Utah Regionals in the upcoming weeks. Obviously, Utah is going to be next week. Seattle was just last weekend, and like I said, I got top 16. Actually earning me my Worlds invite, so that's pretty nice. It means that I don't really need to worry too much about doing too well at Utah as well as Nationals, so I can just focus more on saying, maybe if I want to go work towards a Day 2 invite, it'll be pretty difficult, but I think I can do it, and I'm going to put in my best effort to try to. And anyways, let's go and start this episode off. Yeah, I've played a couple of matches. I don't want to be in the 1600s, or sorry, I don't want to be in the just very starting out like 1500s. Gonna play against Rise from the US in Florida with a 1573 rating. Gonna be using a Dialga Groudon team. It looks pretty standard for Groudon Dialga. And the Smeargle is gonna be sort of an issue for me because I'm not sure if I'm gonna bring Thundurus or not. I think I'm almost 100% of the time bringing Salamence and Yveltal in this match, and I think I'm actually going to lead them together. My opponent is almost definitely bringing their Salamence, so that's something I really need to consider. I'm not sure if they're going to bring the Smeargle per se, because although Wide Guard could be good, if I did bring Kangaskhan or something, I might be able to KO it with a Double Edge. Dang, and I really want Thundurus for Smeargle, but I think I'm just going to go Groudon and Cresselia. Cresselia just helps check their Salamence, and it also means that I can skill swap Levitate onto my Pokemon if I need to do that. Groudon, obviously good against their Groudon and their Dialga, as well as their Ferrothorn. So really, the big threat for this match is I need to be able to take out their Smeargle. Salamence and Yveltal should be able to do a good job with that, but if they lead... I don't know. I don't think they'll lead Smeargle right here. I think it's unlikely. I could see Smeargle Dialga, but it sort of loses to Groudon. Or Kangaskhan, too. I think they're just going to lead Salamence Dialga. Which is a lead that I'm really fine with going against. Because I'm able to just Hyper Voice and Snarl. Let's see. Dialga Smeargle. Okay. So this is the lead I was a bit scared of. But this is completely fine with me. They're obviously going to be a slow Smeargle, so that's something to be worried about. The question is if they go for a Fake Out onto Yveltal or something next turn, and I'm almost certain that they are. I don't really see a reason to save my Intimidate right here. I mean, what are my options? I could Double Edge without Mega-ing into the Smeargle. I don't know, I actually think I want to conserve my Intimidate for their Groudon. Yeah, so I'm just going to go non-Mega Hyper Voice as well as a Snarl. I could also try to go for a Dark Pulse. Oh, and they actually go for Fake Out onto my Yveltal. Okay, so that's fine. They look like they're going to be standard Dialga, though, right here. They're going to be going for the Trick Room, most likely, I think. Yeah, and they just go for the Trick Room. And I assume they're just going to go for the Dark Void and Dragon Pulse play. There's really no reason for them not to go for that play. And I'm just going to switch out into Cresselia. I just really want to try to burn the sleep turns on Yveltal. Cresselia, not super important in this match, or at least not right now. Just because they're very passive, they have the Smeargle and the Dialga combo. Really can't deal too much to either of my Pokemon. So, oh, and they miss my Cresselia, so that's pretty big. Because that means they are probably going to want to go for a Dark Void again. As I actually Dragon Pulse into Yveltal. And that's going to be good because I'm going to be able to burn a Sleep turn right here. Okay, and hopefully they don't disconnect right here. Hopefully I don't disconnect. Oh, okay, and I guess my opponent's going to disconnect. Already then. I was going to say for that matchup right there, maybe they just quit. They saw that they missed the Dark Void because it looked like normally when someone disconnects, it's very, very quick. The game will show like disconnected, and then there would be really no loading time. So maybe they just left the game because they saw, okay, my Dragon Pulse did 50 damage. I missed a Dark Void on a Cresselia. So maybe that's what they were thinking, but I'm fine with that. Okay. And I'm just going to leave this episode going. Normally I would restart, but I think that there was enough thought process in that match that maybe you guys would get a little bit out of it. So I guess I'll just do 3 battles for this episode, which is fine. But yeah, I was going to say for that lead, if they had Fake Out Smeargle, it means they might be running a different set than usual. Going to be playing against Kokeep from Chile, 1482 rating. And it's going to be a team that I love playing against. I'm going to be leading Salamence and Yveltal with Groudon and Cresselia in the back. And this is why Fire Blast is my move of choice for my Salamence's third move. Because Fire Blast makes this matchup so much easier. Salamence and Yveltal is a really solid lead because it's good against everything on their team, even against their Mawile because it intimidates them. If they lead Cresselia, then I can just sort of double into it and get a free knockout turn 1. And if not, it'll be down in a range where Sucker Punch or maybe Snarl can pick up a knockout. Alright, so let's see what they lead right here. Because I'm not too sure. They'll probably go Mawile and Cresselia, maybe? Porygon Z and Salamence. Okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I'm definitely fine with that. I guess what I'm going to go for this first turn is just a... I think I'm going to... Protect and Snarl, I think. I mean, since they brought Salamence, that means they didn't bring the... that means they didn't bring Mawile. So... I mean, I guess I can switch in Cresselia right here. Yeah, I think I can. Because I just want to conserve my Intimidate. I don't really gain anything out of going for Protect, and even if they do have something like Choice Specs Hyper Beam, it should not be able to knock out either of my Pokemon. And since Salamence is intimidated, Double Edge won't do much to my Yveltal. Snarl drops its special attack, so I should be in a good position next turn. They actually go for Ice Beam with Porygon Z. Into my Salamence, okay. So I'm completely fine with that. They also go for Hyper Voice, so that's not going to deal too much damage. Snarl is going to drop the special attack of both of these Pokemon, and yeah, I'm officially in like a super winning position now. Because my opponent can't really do anything. I actually think I just automatically won. The fact that they didn't double edge into Yveltal, because now I can just see, I don't understand why they didn't bring Mawile this match. Mawile was way better to bring. I mean, Salamence on their side, it's better against Groudon, but Cresselia and Yveltal and Salamence on my side are really, really good against Salamence. Okay, and I guess I can just Ice Beam and Snarl again. Snarl just punishes any switches. Porygon Z, I don't... Yeah, since it's Scarf, I don't want to Sucker Punch. And it looks like even if they double edge right here, they might not knock out Yveltal too. Okay, and it doesn't knock out, so that's good. From that damage, it looks like... Oh, wow, and I missed Salamence. I was going to say, the damage that they dealt right there sort of looks like they might have been a max attack Salamence. Because I know the 4 attack variant of Salamence, so the one that focuses more on special attack, generally, it's not able to do 50% to Yveltal unless it gets like a high roll. But now I'm in a really great position because if they bring in Cresselia, then they're threatened by a Sucker Punch or a Snarl. I mean, Ice Beam probably KOs my Yveltal from here, though. Alright, so I'm actually going to go for an interesting play. I'm going to go for a Trick Room and a Sucker Punch onto Porygon Z. The reason being is that if they try to set up their own Trick Room, then I reset it for the next turn. And then also, if they Ice Beam me or something to get a KO. No, but they're just going to go for Trick Room too, never mind. Okay, so this play definitely works out for me. Because it's just going to reverse the Trick Room, Yveltal is going to be able to deal a lot of damage, and yeah, I'm back in a really great position. Because now I think what I can do is just Snarl. I mean, let's think. So Snarl, if I do Snarl, it means that their Cresselia definitely can't KO my Ments. Should put their Groudon into range of a Precipice Blades from my Groudon, and it also means that I can get a free switch-in, maybe, if I do decide to... What is it? It'll give me a free switch-in to Salamence plus, yeah, with the Intimidate, and then I can just Precipice Blades. Okay. Yeah, Ice Beam and Snarl. Because they're probably going to protect Groudon. Yeah. And although the Dark Pulse damage on Cresselia would be really good, I'm not going to be able to KO it in one turn. And that still does decent damage too, so that's fine. Yeah, and I guess they're going for a Trick Room again. No, they go for Gravity. Okay. This is good. Wow, okay, so my opponent making some questionable decisions, I guess. But I think now I'm able to just double into Cresselia, actually. And I'm actually going to Snarl again, because if they go for Trick Room this turn, then Salamence is actually pretty free to come in the next turn. Just because Gravity's up, I also don't want to switch in Salamence to any Precipice Blades damage. Yeah, and they're just going to go for Precipice Blades. And even if I lose my Cresselia here, they set up Gravity for me, which is pretty much what I was aiming for, too. But yeah, I do survive. I'm in a range of another Precipice Blades, though. Ice Beam, going to do a little bit of damage to their Cresselia. Doesn't look like another one will take them out, though. And now I'm in a position where I can just switch in my Salamence, and I think I just win. Because Precipice Blades can't knock out my Cresselia now, I think. Yeah, and I think I can just Ice Beam and Hyper Voice. Yeah, because, like, a majority of the time right here, they're just going to Ice Beam and Precipice Blades. But the hope is that my Salamence can survive an Ice Beam plus... yeah, just the combination of their attacks. And even then, my... Oh, wow, and their Cresselia is faster than their Groudon, I think. Okay, Cresselia survives. Oh, wow, they're going to reset the Trick Room. Okay, so maybe they were just going for a last ditch thinking I'd protect in Trick Room or something, so... I don't know, that was a really weird play. There was no reason for them to go for that. They should have just Ice Beamed. Because now they just lose the game. Okay, so this is definitely interesting for a match. I mean, I did say that I was trying to play so that I didn't need to deal with the lower ladder players. Not that everyone at this point's bad, because since everyone was reset to the 1500s, it means that every single player obviously is starting from the same point. So you never really know who you're going to play against, but in general, I just try to stay away from the 1500s, even when the ladder resets, because you don't really face the most competitive players, or I guess you don't play in the most competitive matches. And let's see, I think my opponent, their only chance to win is to get a double critical hit with Precipice Blades. I mean, there's always a chance. Oh, but I just win the speed tie anyways, so... Oh well. Obviously, that was, like I was saying, very interesting for a match. My opponent definitely should have brought Mawile over the Salamence on their side, just because their Salamence really had no way to deal with Yveltal and Cresselia. And even though Mawile would have given my Yveltal and Salamence some issues, I am running the Fire Blast variant of Salamence, so if I needed to, I could just switch in Groudon and then go for a Fire Blast, and it would most likely pick up a knockout on the Mawile. And if not, then it would be in range of like a Snarl or something, so at the very least, I'd still be in a decent position. Alright, and like I said, as promised, since the first opponent did disconnect from this episode, means that we're going to do quote-unquote third match, I guess. And we actually got bumped up into the 1600s, so we're doing pretty good. Gonna play against Ethan from the US, Gypsy VGC, 1674 rating. Ooh, and a pretty interesting team to play against. This team's definitely gonna give me some issues. So, straight off the bat, Kangaskhan is one of the best Pokemon I can bring in this matchup. Fake Out's very, very valuable. Yveltal and Groudon are also very, very invaluable for this match. Besides the fact that they're my primals, or not my primals, my restricted Pokemon. Yveltal is really good against Aegislash, really good against both Rayquaza and the Kyogre. Groudon, it's just really good against everything against this team. It's really only scared of Kyogre when it has Rayquaza's support, but hopefully Cresselia will be able to handle that. And also the fact that I have Protect Kangaskhan, maybe if I can bait them into doubling into Kangaskhan or something, I could put myself in a really great position. But the goal right here is to just sort of chip damage everything so that Cresselia can help out here. Oh wow, and they're not Scarf, are they? No, okay. I was thinking they might be Scarfed Kyogre or something. And for this first turn, I'm fine with just going for the non-mega Fake Out onto Kyogre, and then a Snarl. Fake Out into Kyogre. I mean, most likely right here, they're going for Fake Out. They could Icicle Crash Yveltal, but it won't pick up a knockout without Life Orb. They do Protect. They do go for Icicle Crash, so that's fine with me. This was still my safest play. There was absolutely no reason to Fake Out the Weavile right here. And they actually do reveal the Life Orb, so that's fine with me. And Snarl's going to do a little bit of damage to Weavile right here, but it's not going to be anything notable. Nothing really too important. Alright, and I think for this turn, I'm just going to go Double Edge into Kyogre, and I guess I can just sack Yveltal too. Yeah, I'll just Double Edge and Sucker Punch into the the Kyogre slot. Because if they do have Feint on Weavile, then I guess that's fine, but The double edge means that I put the Kyogre into Precipice Blade's range. And I could actually KO in combination with this Sucker Punch right here, depending on their bulk. And it actually looks like I'm going to be able to knock them out this turn. Oh, wow, and okay, they Icicle Crashed Yveltal. I was going to say they might Icicle Crash into Kangaskhan, which I guess would have been fine, because they have the flinch chance. But yeah, they're just going to lose their Kyogre right here. And I pretty much win the game with Cresselia and Groudon now. Wow, and a critical hit, just on top of all that. So, I really didn't play too well the first turn, but my opponent just going for the attack right there basically wins me the game. Yeah, because they had Rayquaza, Thundurus, Aegislash, Amoonguss. I guess I could bring in Cresselia right here. Yeah, I think I'll just bring in Cresselia for now. Because if they do happen to have some sort of water-type move on Rayquaza, then I don't want to lose my Groudon straight off the bat. And I assume they're probably just going to go for a knockoff into Cresselia and something else. As for me, I'm just going to double edge into the Weavile and I guess just go for Trick Room. I mean, they might attack with Rayquaza right here. It might have been a better play to double edge into Rayquaza, but I think getting rid of Weavile is more important right here because it won't be able to flinch me with Icicle Crash or anything. Oh wow, but they go for low kick, so doesn't KO. I didn't think it would KO. Wow, okay, so they're going to... That was a really risky play on my opponent's side, because I knew I could survive a low kick from a Life Orb Weavile right there, but now they're just going to go for a Dragon Ascent or something, and then I get Trick Room up for free. Okay, and even a critical hit right here shouldn't be able to knock me out. Wow, okay. That might be Choice Banded. I think that, yeah, no, that's Choice Banded Rayquaza. Okay, so they definitely banked on that getting the knockout, but as you can see there, I'm EV'd to survive something like that, and it didn't pick up the knockout. So maybe, I guess, if they have a Amoonguss in the back, they have a chance to win. But no, it's going to be Thundurus. So now I think they're going to have to rely on hexing me out here. Because what I should be able to go for this turn is just a Gravity and a Precipice Blades. I'm actually going to play it even more safe and just protect with Groudon and go for the Gravity, just in case if they have Taunt or something. Because I assume they'll probably just Taunt in Dragon Ascent into Groudon. But no, they just attack. So now I should be able to knock out their Rayquaza with Precipice Blades. Let's see, Dragon Ascent into Groudon, and a Hidden Power into Groudon too, but that is most likely a Hidden Power Water, so it wouldn't have any effect. And now, like I said, I can just freely go for Precipice Blades. Also, I can just Ice Beam into Rayquaza. Thundurus can't touch my Groudon now. Ice Beam should do... Wow, that's a critical hit. Wow, that wasn't a critical hit. Okay. I am a slightly offensive Cresselia, but I don't know. I guess maybe they're not super bulky. And they are Focus Sash Thundurus too, but like I said, since I do have the Sun Up and since they... Oh wow, they have Hidden Power Ice, I guess. I was going to say, and most likely, since that's Hidden Power Water, it won't do damage, but yeah, my opponent can't do anything now. They really have no chance to win. They would have to have Swagger and be able to Timer Stall me. And I guess this right here is going to show how going all in on a play like that, where they just Choice Banded Dragon Ascented into Cresselia, really backfired on them. And also low kicking into Kangaskhan. I think that's something that a lot of people don't think about is that if Kangaskhan is bulkier, then it can survive attacks like that. And especially since mine's bulky, I'm very proud to say I like running bulky Kangaskhan. Sometimes, just in case of scouting for regionals, because you never know, I might run a regular Kangaskhan. I do like bulky Kangaskhan though. Obviously, it survived the low kick right there, and I knew for a fact that I could survive. And as well with the Cresselia, I was saying if they were choice banned, I could survive too. So, yeah, I guess, it's just sort of a lesson to show. Don't go all in on plays like that unless you know for certain that you can either pick up knockouts, or maybe you know someone's set and you know a safer play. As usual, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please go and leave a like. Helps me out a lot. Also helps to spread the love around with all these Pokemon videos. And if you enjoyed the content and you want to keep up with all of it, go and check out my social media and hit subscribe. I'm ModernGamer. Thanks for watching.